Hello everyone, it's Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming. Hope everyone's having a great day. I've been wanting to get back to my estate sale treasures and just have done other videos and haven't gotten back to it today. So today I thought I would do some more showing of my estate sale treasures. And some of them I haven't really looked at in depth yet because you know how it is at an estate sale or a yard sale. You kind of pick up something and you say you think you want it and you don't really look through it in depth sometimes if you don't, you know, there's other people there and you know you want to make sure you get it, so you pick it up and go on your way. So anyway, I thought we could explore these things together. So we'll just start. I want to say welcome to my channel today, everyone. And we're starting with these crocheted little, they're kind of like the size of, they're a rectangle and they're kind of like the size of a small placemat. And so they're like this. And they, I got them at the estate sale. They were bunched together like this. And there's 3 of them in this little bunch. And so I got these, and you know, I've recently just started cutting up crocheted items, but I'm still having a hard time because, I mean, you can see how intricate this is. And if, I mean, somebody sewed this, and that is just so much work, but these little circles would be perfect to cut out. And then all this little edging here and stuff, oh, it would be so pretty in a journal. So I will eventually cut that up when I get brave. But, oh, this is a piece that I've already been cutting up right here. I showed this in a previous video. It was a circle. And this was a little round, well, it's a good size, actually, round doily. So you can see that's really pretty. The edges in the middle there, this like a star in the middle. So just some really pretty crochet. And I didn't buy all of it. There was more there that I didn't buy. I didn't feel like you know, I mean, I didn't want to spend too much money, so I didn't buy all of it. I just, you know, there's so much good stuff there, but I just couldn't buy all of it, you know what I mean? So this one is kind of like a diamond shape. It's got 4 points on it. And let me see if I can hold it up by itself so you can see the intricacy of this. But really pretty. You know, a lot of work had to go into sewing these. So there's, let me see, there's one of that kind of diamond pattern. This is a smaller, like circular one. Here's another of those circular. And then here's a small one. And so these were all together, pinned together in a little grouping. So really pretty on those. This was a little square or rectangle one. Very light, you know, not thick crochet. Oh, very pretty on that one. I can just see that wrapped around the spine of a journal. Over this way, like this. So I will be using all of these in my journals sooner or later. So, and they all look pretty old. Here's one of the round ones, like the one I already cut up. So this is how it started, with all these circles and little in-between pieces. I've been using these in collages and things. And on the fronts of some of my journals, here's a piece. And then here's another one that had 4 circles on it. And it's this different colored, kind of dark beige color crochet. So really, that's different and really pretty. The color's different too, so that was cool. So the next thing, let's see, I'll show you. In one of the kitchen drawers at the estate, I found, I don't know if these are new or, they look new. They don't look like they're used. So I don't know if somebody worked at Dairy Queen or what, but this is a bag. These are bags from Dairy Queen, and I have a thing for bags. Whenever I see bags, I look at them, and I'm probably going to buy them if they're cheap. So there's a stack of these Dairy Queen bags there. I'm trying to see if these are all Dairy Queen bags. But just, they look like that on the front and on the back too. So really cool bags. I can use these to make journals with, you know. They're pretty long, so I could you know, use them with a little flap like that, or put the flap inside as a pocket, or as like a flap inside where you open the journal but still have access to this as a pocket type of thing. And just something different. You can add some embellishments to the cover. It does say Coke right up here, so that's cool. It says Texas Country Foods Dairy Queen. So maybe this Dairy Queen was in Texas where this bag came from. So a bunch of those. You can see I have a good stack here of these bags, and I just thought they were cool, you know. I mean, I don't know, like I said, I have a thing for bags, so I went ahead and picked them up. I mean, probably nobody else wanted them, so they were probably pretty cheap. And then in the kitchen also, I hope I'm not messing up my focus by moving around so much here. My focus is very sensitive on this. This is my phone. But this is in the kitchen, and I have not, like I said, I have not explored this. So I really want to see, if you don't mind taking a few minutes, this could take the rest of the video, because I've been doing this in parts where I explore my estate sale finds, and, you know, without the video getting too long, and then I'll do another video of more of the estate sale finds. But I really just want to explore this little bag here for a moment. So it looks like this was all from one estate sale. One lady of the house collected apparently all her recipes in this way, or one of the many ways. You'll see what I'm talking about either in this video or future videos. But like, here's a little, I mean, this is, I wish it had a date on it almost, but it does not have a date. Cherry Delight. This was a well-loved and used recipe right here. It's in handwriting. It's just on note paper. And apparently it was used a lot because it's got all of these marks on here. Probably got wet at one point. So really cool. I love stuff like that. And I will use these in my journals. I either use them as pages or ephemera. Here's a chicken. Let's see, this is chicken casserole. And look at the aging on here. That's all from use in the kitchen, I'm sure. And then, oh, here's one she put in plastic. Let's see, this was important. Maybe easy chicken pie. Nammy's recipe. So this is Nanny's recipe. Nanny's recipe. So I don't know if this is her recipe or her nanny, but isn't that cool? This must have been, you know, one she wanted to preserve, and she didn't want to get it dirty, and she put it in this little plastic sleeve here. And it's just a piece, let me see. It's just a piece of paper, and it's typed out with, it's blue. It looks like blue ink. It's actually blue ink, so I don't know how, or maybe it's faded black, you know what I mean? Maybe it's from an old typewriter with a ribbon. They're really old antique typewriters. I'm not sure. Really don't know, but I'm just trying to guess at how she got blue ink on there, because it's not from a computer. So this is another, this is from, this card right here is actually from a library card catalog. If you can see the information on there in the little hole in the bottom, that is definitely from a library card catalog. But on the back, I love how people, you know, wrote their recipes on whatever they had handy, whatever they had sitting around, a little piece of paper they could grab. They wrote their recipes on there. That's why I like looking through this stuff too, because it's so fun to see what people wrote their recipes on. This is broccoli casserole in red pen. So, and then there's always cutouts, you know, like that. You know, more handwriting on a little flowered piece of, it says notes here. And so this was just maybe a short piece of note paper that this recipe is written on. Some more clippings from, oh, look at this one, Betty Crocker Soups. Now, I don't know what this is from. Probably a magazine, maybe. It's got Betty Crocker on there, and that looks old. That looks very old. I wish, you know, like I said, I wish some of this stuff had dates on it. This is from an old baker's chocolate. You know, this was wrapped around with a large bar of chocolate, it looks like. And it's got a recipe on here for German sweet chocolate pie. Remove label carefully. See new recipe inside. You know, we've all seen stuff like that on labels. But just the fact that this is an old label and it's got more recipes on the back. She taped it up at one point and now the tape is coming off, but that is cool. I even like old tape marks. So very cool. Some more cutouts. This is from a magazine. I hope you guys don't mind just going through this with me because it's just fun exploring this stuff. Old magazine clip out. I'll try not to linger though and get through it, so we won't be here all day. I do have to go grocery shopping today. This is a little pamphlet. Quicker than you can think. You can make these 10 dinner quickies. So an old advertisement here. I like the images. I don't see a date, but really cool. There's a little, please send me the card of 10 Skinner dinner quickies and cooking tips right here. So that is cool. That'll be an awesome piece of ephemera that somebody will get in their journal. And some more clipped out recipes. My Easter angel. Look at that. A little cross with the angel on it. You never know what you're going to find in a bag of recipes. Isn't that awesome? Wow, I really can't even believe I just found that. It's harvest time. Look at the colors. Nice autumn colors with autumn leaves on that one. This is from a magazine probably. And the lighter side, this is just, there's a recipe right here. I knew there had to be a recipe on here. There's a recipe here, a clip out. This is from this paper is not normal. I don't know if this is from a newspaper or magazine or some type of flyer, but valuable bonus gift coupons. Cut something out there, probably a coupon. So there's recipes on here. That's why she kept it. Some ads, Pillsbury. So very cool, and it's got a lot of aging on there. Oh my goodness, look at this. A little pendant from a necklace. Old-fashioned lemon pie, and there's a pendant on here. See, this is why I wanted to explore with you. I'm just finding treasures in here. A pendant, I can use that in my journal as a charm. And who knows how old it is. It's got gold color on the back. Just trying to see what it's a picture of. This is so exciting. It looks like it's a bird, like a dove. It's a dove with some like twigs or branches or leaves behind it. And it's on a recipe. The older ladies, they just put their treasure sometimes in with their recipes. I mean, you know, I've heard of someone's will being in with their recipes. So they treasured their recipes and they put things in there that they treasured with their recipes. So, I mean, I grabbed all of her recipes, and you'll see I have a lot of recipes. But this one's typed out, but this paper is very aged. Here's an index card, also very aged. Here's one in plastic again for Chow Chow, but it's just a clipping. Here's one typed out. This is from, this might have been cut out from an apple pie, from a pie crust. Okay, and what else do we have? Clipping from a newspaper, probably. Another newspaper. This is, let's see what we have here. This is from, this is just a long one, but this is cool. I like this. It's got, the front is cool because it has like a, I think this is the front. Let me see. Oh, look at that. Strawberry shortcake with the colors. This is old. Man, I wish these had a date on them. Any kind of copyright here. No, I don't see a copyright. But really cool recipes for one thing. Pound cake. And just all kinds of, like, look at the images here. Very cool. I hope I'm not blurring. I've been having trouble with that. So here's some very old, handwritten on some kind of lined paper. Look at the edges on here, how old this is. Well, there's one and two handwritten there. Okay. This is a cutout from, oh, this is newer. This is from, you know, that junk mail you get where they want you to order checks. But there's a recipe. Okay, here's a piece of old note paper. Rochester American Insurance Company, New York. Very cool. So here's the note paper. Somebody grabbed it and wrote in pencil upside down on it their recipe. And it's very aged. You see the perforation right here. Must have had a little notepad of these papers. A recipe on the paper again, applesauce pie in a plastic sleeve. A very old one with some tape marks on just paper, but it's typed out. Ooh, look at this one. I love this one. When it rains, it pours. Note paper. So cool. And again, upside down is written the recipe. Cranberry sauce. Look at the marks on the back. Some more newspaper clippings. This is from April 2007, so this is not old right here. Some calendar recipes, little pieces of calendar though, so like here's the calendar on the back. They might be, let me see if there's a year here. 2011, not that old, but still, I love calendar pages, and these are smaller, so you could use these in a smaller journal or in a bigger journal, because you know I like to put different sizes of pages in my journals. A magazine clipping, white chocolate bark written right on. She would have been a good junk journaler. She just wrote right over this advertisement any way she wanted, just to get that recipe down sideways. That's cool. This is clipped from a box. Vidalia onion pie. Oh gosh, I don't know about that, but that's typed out and probably, you know, on a typewriter. It looks like it's from a typewriter. This is another library card, you know, card catalog card in here with a recipe. Somehow she must have had a bunch of these, and or some, whatever, and wrote her recipes on the back there. This is another typewritten one on a typewriter, it looks like, on a big piece of paper. And this is a little pamphlet. Just she saved this for the recipes, I'm sure. No copyright. Let me see. No copyright. Okay. Peanut butter cup typed out. Another peanut butter cup typed out. Dream cake cut from a newspaper, very aged. Peanut butter cup. She had several different peanut butter cup recipes. This one's handwritten. I love the handwriting on this one. And it's like on some type of, oh, let me see. Look at here. Hope you can see on the bottom is some type of ledger paper. See down here? Let me see what it says. It says, oh gosh, it's so aged, I can't even really read it. But it looks like some type of, it has columns, and I'm trying to see if, looks like it goes this way. But she wrote, it is very aged. Oh, here it is on this side. Tape gauge, tank number, feet, inches, and gallons. Not sure. Some kind of ledger paper where you kept a record of some type of tank. Maybe gas. I don't know, but there you go. Pretty cool. Ledger paper with a recipe on it. Love it. Rocky Mountain cake filling. Typewritten on some paper. A favorite pecan recipes pamphlet. Orange printing on that. Orangish red, so that's cool. Another old piece of paper. This one's ripped here. Got some age marks on it. Typewritten here. This is anything special, just old paper. A note from Laura, and the recipe's right here. Page 2, page 1 is on this side. It's got some aging on it. I didn't know I was going to take this long on this one bag, so after this we'll be done for today, and then we'll do some more. But I just thought, you know, I'm enjoying this, so hopefully you are too. And these will all be used in my journals, so you will see them again in my flip-throughs, and if you know, get one of my journals. Typewritten. aged paper there. This is very aged on paper. That paper feels different. I don't know what kind of paper that is. This is some old copy paper, probably. Fruitcake, very aged. Some green, another note from Laura. And this one is just blue paper, handwritten recipe. We've got probably a magazine clipping here. Oh, here it is, right there, the recipe. More of that different paper. It almost feels like onion skin, but it's not onion skin. It's thicker than that. It's more papery. But another old recipe. And Coral Ridge Ministries. Oh my goodness. This is in Florida. How to handle criticism. I believe this is in Florida. I'm from Florida. That's why I recognize it. I'm from Florida. Coral Ridge Presbyterian Church. It is in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And I have gone there. My son went to school there for a year. Yep. That's the pastor, James Kennedy. He used to be the pastor. I'm sure he's not anymore. Or he could be, but I kind of doubt it. It's been a long while. But, wow. That's crazy. This isn't with the recipes. But that is crazy because I'm from Florida. I mean, nobody else would have recognized this unless you're from Fort Lauderdale. I live in North Carolina now, but I'm from Fort Lauderdale. And as soon as I saw Coral Ridge Ministries, I knew what it was right there. That's awesome. Wow, that's really crazy. Okay, on we go. A whole newspaper here. No telling. Probably all kinds of advertisements, but we might see a date here. Let me see. 1986. So it's a little kind of short newspaper. Let me move my soda out of the way. And just see there's all kinds of recipes here and some old advertisements. Now it's not old, but it's vintage. Definitely vintage and aged. So I like the browning of these, and I would definitely cut this up and use this in my junk journals. Very cool. Love it, love it. The Molasses Information Network. Surprise Natural Sweetener, molasses. This looks old. I wonder if there's a copyright. No, I don't see one. But very cool. It's Traveler's Notebook size. That's cool. I could almost use this as a cover right here. I could take this off. It's got staples in it and just make a new little booklet or thin Traveler's Notebook, because this looks like it's only about 3 inches across. But that would be kind of fun. It's got old images in here. I think that's cool. No copyright? No. No copyright, but pretty cool looking little cover there. And the pages. This is an old Hamilton Beach pamphlet. And I don't usually buy these because they ask too much for them. I don't know why. They'll ask the same price for pamphlets. And I've said this before, I know, but they ask the same price for a pamphlet or a booklet like this as a big cookbook. I don't know. I don't get it. Maybe they think these are more valuable. I don't know. But let's see. I don't see copyright in here. But this looks like, from the looks of that mixer, that's probably from the 50s. And the lady there. Probably from the 50s. Typewritten here. Clipping in a plastic sleeve. Handwritten on note paper. We're just going to go through the rest of this really quick and see if there's any little treasures in here. An old label from evaporated milk with some recipes. Handwritten on another, let me see, these are two library card catalog index cards. She stapled them together. This is a small stapler too, almost like a tiny attacher. And wrote the recipe there, 2-page recipe. A little Crisco booklet. She also stapled this one together and made a little booklet of her recipe from Crisco. That's cute. That's a little treasure right there. This lady, I wish I could have met her. She was right up my alley. And here's a typewritten from Greene. Let's see, we've got a handwritten in pencil on some old aged paper. Pencil. Clipping, it's strawberry time. So from a magazine, it looks like, or some kind of a type of a magazine. Newspaper clipping glued on an index card. There's a couple of those. In a, this is weird, it says 150 on here. I don't know, that must have been from something else, and somebody stuck a recipe in here from newspaper clipping, it looks like. Oh, that's cool. I'm just trying to see, there's a date, it says December 6th, but it doesn't have a year. Some more of her little Crisco booklets here. She stapled that together and made a little booklet. I think that's so cool. I'm going to leave it like that and put it in a journal. That's awesome. Okay, little booklet, more recipes. The overworked and underpaid. For the overworked and underpaid. That's cute and funny. Recipe from, I'm not sure what, clipped out. Newspaper, side of a cake box, probably. Cake mix, maybe. And some more newspaper clippings here. Let me see, I'm going to grab all the newspaper clippings. They're all aged, though. You can see how the different colors, they're all aged. This is from, I recognize that from the Toll House chocolate chips, it looks like. More clipped recipes from, no, I don't know what, can't tell. This is cardboard. Can't tell what it's from though, but probably a box. And just some clip magazines, typed out. So here's a little banana cream from Cool Whip. One that's in a, this is a little clipped in a plastic sleeve. Unlimited power. Prayer is the most powerful form of energy that a person can use, and it's all about the power of prayer. See how they put special things in with their recipes? That is so, I mean, stuff like that. Just, I love finding little treasures. Newspaper clippings. This is neat. Planters. Some more index cards here. And by Catherine. These are all by Catherine, typed out on, you know, blank index cards. These are, this is from a box, clipped from a box. So these are all clipped right here. Another one in a plastic sleeve from a magazine, it looks like. A box, possibly Bisquick. It has pancakes and biscuits on there. And we've got another molasses label here, probably with a, there's a recipe right there. This is clipped out of something. Newspaper. Oh, look at this one. It has a foot on it. Let's see. Where's the recipe? There's a recipe right down here. Chocolate chipper champs cake recipe, and it's got the foot advertisement on the back. Hot apple cider. Ooh, an envelope. What's in here? Recipe savers. Okay. That's a cool envelope. Oh my goodness. That is a cool envelope. I've never seen anything like that before. Recipe savers from the Current company. You know, Current that makes different things. They make all different kind of things. But yeah, Current. And then there's these little plastic sleeves in here. Cool. So that's where she got plastic sleeves just for her recipes. And she had a lot in there. That's one. And here's another envelope. And what's in here is also plastic sleeves. That's cool. Those will have a lot of uses. Those plastic sleeves are like the perfect size for a pocket. And here's handwritten, or for a pocket, or, you know, you put ephemera in there, or journaling cards. Here's some more clipped recipes. This is a postcard. Cool, cool, cool. That's a treasure. No date on here, but a recipe postcard for key lime pie. Well, here's a neat one. I don't know what these are from, but they have recipes, and they are like recipe cards with recipes already on them. They have lines on them and cool colors. Sorry about the glare. Let's see. Excuse me. they have the different people who apparently submitted these recipes to wherever these came from. So that's cool. On the back, they have the picture and a little something about the people there that gave these recipes. Some note paper with a recipe, handwritten. Oh, here's a recipe card. Pecan pound cake. Oh, I bet that's good. Old recipe card with handwriting on both sides. Here's one in the plastic sleeve, cut out from some, it looks old, like a black and white paper magazine. Clippings from magazines and newspapers here. Same with that. Same with this. Here's handwritten on old paper, clipped from a Jello box. Blue typing again, but this really is blue. This is not, I don't think it's faded. That's actually blue typing. Still don't know how they did that on a typewriter, unless those old typewriters used to have blue cartridges, because I've only seen black. Try these famous Southern recipes. This is an old, something like a label. It feels like possibly a label or something. But it's got Greene print on it. That's pretty cool. I like that Greene. Another one, clipping in a plastic sleeve. Just some typewritten ones. And pumpkin crunch. Low-fat fudge. Another little booklet. She's stapled these two together. Pineapple casserole. And I guess maybe this is part of the same recipe. So these two was a 2-pager. Agriculture and the law. And there's a recipe on the back. And county farm news. And there's a recipe on the back, recipe of the month. Merle Norman, little piece of paper, and it's got an address on the front with a date, actually. It looks like 63, but I'm not sure. And here's the recipe on the back. And I really like the color of this. It's probably was pink and now it's a faded pink. So very cool. And old handwritten recipe on notebook paper. Typewritten. And we're about at the end here. Thanks for watching if you've watched through this whole thing. But this has been just, I didn't really plan. I wanted to explore it, but I didn't know. Oh, wow. This is a letter. This is a handwritten letter on old, you can see how aged it is. Notebook paper. There is, oh, and there's is there a recipe on the back? Oh, that's why it's in here. There is a recipe for icebox fruitcake on the back. And this is a letter. So maybe the lady of the house was Laura, because this says, Dear Laura, and this is Monday night. Well, I guess you think I'm not going to write anymore, but honest, I can't get down to writing letters. Anyway, I try to write Grace and Mother, and that's all. About all. Okay, so anyway, a cool old handwritten letter in with these recipes. And I'm going to use this in my journals. I'm going to put it as a page. I'll fold it in half. I'll put it as a page. And someone will get this old handwritten letter in their journal. So, pretty cool. Here's one that slipped out. Plastic little cutout. Amazing coconut pie. All right, I'll let you go. I know that was way too long, and I'm sorry, but that was so much fun for me. So hopefully it was for you too, and I'll see you next time.